One. And welcome back to another episode of Skill Issue. I am here with an absolute abundance of people this week. With my trusty co-host as ever, I have Tate.
Hello.
And then I am also graced with the presence of Dylan and Matt. The reason we have these two guys on this week is Matt, a couple weeks ago, absolutely smashed the Fight Before Christmas event in Wellington with his, was it Gortrak Onslaught World Eaters?
That's the one.
Did an amazing job there, but sadly we couldn't get him on because we'd already booked David Gaylard as our guest that week, so we had to push him back. And thankfully he was willing to wait another week to tell us all about how well he did at that event. And then we also have Dylan, who was part of the Chili Cow Cartel team that won the teams event this past weekend at the Immortal Chili. So he's going to come on and talk to us about a bit of the pairings, about his own games with his Spectacular Spite list that he's been cooking up for a couple of months now, right? Basically since the book came out, you've been running through that.
Yeah, a long time. And
Yeah.
I still now, after the event, are like, I need to change some things.
there's always tweaks to be made.
Do you remember when I told you it was bad, Dylan?
I do indeed.
Yeah.
And as always, we always have Tate in a different way than every other time. So this time we have him on his phone, so he has to keep it spicy for us.
Continue to experiment with different places in my house that I can sit. This time I'm in the kitchen. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for it to be like
Yeah.
in the bathroom. And then just halfway through, just hear the flush happen.
The echoes in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he's keeping the production expensive, right?
That's the one.
Showing us
Yeah,
that
yeah.
quality.
Yeah, so we'll start with you, Matt. How's your last week been? Like, this kind of what we do in on Skill Issue. We kind of talk through our last weeks, either within 40k and in life, whatever. But how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Approaching the end of the year at work, so things are starting to wind down. I'm trying to stay motivated, but at least there's lots of 40k to keep me going, keep me motivated. Being involved in the NZWTC scrims, which has been a good bit of fun and really good to have a really active applicant group. And then also just been hobbying, building up my Space Wolves army. So bulk bought good 1,800 points of it or something. So going through building that all up, and when I've got a couple weeks off over Christmas, I'll see how much painter I can get done.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been marvelous.
Was that a Raphael purchase, or was that a brand new purchase?
Brand new.
Oh,
Jeez,
baller.
somebody's rolling in
Yeah.
it.
Someone used their Christmas bonus.
I wish. Public sector, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, God. I mean, the public sector wastes a lot of money, so...
What is this business expense for Games Workshop?
That's
Hey,
working.
my,
Obviously, it's for productivity reasons.
Yeah, my Christmas bonus last year bought part of an AdMech army. Okay, so
My Christmas
Gotta
bonus
pay
is
for some-
like a big ass roast ham.
Nothing wrong with that. But how about you, Dylan? How was your last week? Obviously, you had the event on the weekend, so it must have felt pretty good coming away with a W.
Oh
from
yeah,
that.
I was absolutely wrecked on Monday though, because I kind of signed up for it forgetting that it was actually in Hamilton, not at that rugby club that we always go to, and driving really tires me out. So Monday I was exhausted, and I was very useless at work, and I think my boss noticed, and he was like, "You're doing absolutely nothing today," and I'm just on the desk like, "That's what you're getting." But yeah, just prepping this holidays to do a whole lot of house reno stuff, really.
Oh,
We're
that's
redoing
exciting.
The kitchen, we're going to paint some walls, ripping out the carpet everywhere. So, will be way more tiring than my job.
Yeah. That's the exciting thing is you kind of sometimes go to work for a break. I've since just moving house, like I had the last couple of days off to like finish cleaning up like the flat that we moved away from and everything else that's come away from that. And yeah, like I went to work for the first day today and I was like, oh, it just felt nice actually just having some normality instead of having all the kind of crazy stuff. And I was like, kind of like, why am I excited to be at work? This is not how this is supposed to go. So it was quite
spent,
nice.
20 minutes with Pato's son Max, I think his name is, the youngest one.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I wonder Pato wants to be at work the whole time. So,
Yeah. That boy is just energy incarnate.
Yeah. He like climbs on everything, to be fair. Like playing a 40k game at Hepato's house is so hazardous.
Yeah.
He's
The
a
real life hazardous
like,
checks.
man, I can see that a year of this would drive me mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like looking at the bridges around Auckland, like, is that high enough?
Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
And that is demonetized.
Well, we lasted an entire 4 minutes. Good stuff. How about you, Tate? How's your week been?
Good. Yeah, played an RTT on Saturday, which was cool. Took the 4 Demon Prince meme T Suns list for a walk. Yeah, I played actually. My game 2 in that I think was like one of the best games I've played in possibly all year. Like so fun. Like great opponent, super skilled, super sporting. He scored 69 points, so king. Yeah, that's kind of been my week. Other than that, I've just been slacking off at work. Yeah, I bought a couch today. Yeah,
Nice.
It is that time of year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of me.
Nice. Well, yeah, I moved into my house this weekend, so that was pretty exciting. This room, I was showing everyone before the stream. This room is actually really big. It looks from the perspective that you can see on the camera, it looks real small, but like I'm not gonna do it because I'm not wearing shoes and I don't want everyone to have pictures of my feet on the line. So, I'm gonna I'll leave that to the imagination. But it's actually a big room, but this is gonna be my hobby room, which is really exciting. And yeah, it's been good. Still not really getting to play any 40k, but that all changes. My wife goes to America for 10 days on Sunday, so I'll be home alone. So it'll be excellent to be able to set up the room and play a lot.
I have a nightmare hunt list for us to play on TTS.
Hell yeah, we'll stream it, mate. Skill issue.
Oh damn. Maybe I might bring my laptop back to NZ actually. Got a weekend TTS, yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I'm already anticipating withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to, like, obviously you're gonna miss my wife, but at the same time, look forward to what you can look forward to. So yeah, it'll be cool to play some 40k. And yeah, just nice being in our own place. Like it's been cool. So yeah.
Yep. Congratulations. There's one more vote for national though.
Yeah.
So, yeah. One more vote for national.
Beautiful. And then with that, shall we get on to our first interview? Dylan, I think we're going to go with you first. So talk to us about the event, about Mortal Chili, and what was the team's thought process going into it?
It was, I had a great time. It was quite interesting coming towards the venue, and was actually in an auto shop because Pato knew the dude and they were friends. So I was really expecting us, at least someone, to get donked in the head because they had all the bits, like sort of
all the like gantries and stuff.
Yeah. Quite a few of them all over the place, but no one got hurt. I don't know how that happened. Magic. The Emperor was with us or something, because I was considering getting my heart at. But otherwise, it was pretty interesting. I quite liked the venue. It's because they had a very nice draft through the whole thing when they opened all the doors. There's once or twice where we had buildings blown over and crushed some models, but otherwise it was worth it for their free air conditioning, I think. But team-wise, it was me, Jonty, Pato, Charlie, and who was in my team?
Josh,
that one.
The Meg. You cannot forget the Meg.
We didn't really have, like, in terms of composition, a big plan. I wanted to play Drukhari because I'm a spoiled brat and I do what I want. Jonty played Victrix God and the new Gladius once, and he was like, cool, this is the most OP thing ever, I'm taking it. Charlie originally was thinking of something else, but I think he ran out of time of practice. He was like, fuck it, I'm going Necrons because they're easy. Josh wanted to do Space Wolves, but Jonty stole Space Marines, so he went with his favorite little dwarves. And Pato was wanting to do Admech because he's like, I have the damn army, I'm going to play some Admech. So not exactly a lot of thought went into it. We thought in our matrices and all of that stuff. We were at the end of what we know after planning and seeing what we had, really, really good at killing Space Marine bodies and Eldar.
Which is so much of the meta right now.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the
Was the
top
right
end of the
choice,
meta,
yeah.
it's like Marines everywhere. So like,
Yeah. Oh, and especially the damn Victrix Guard. But I think that I can't remember who of our team actually went into Victrix besides the one round. I think it was Pato. But yeah, no, they just walked over most of us, unfortunately. I didn't play Victrix, happy me, but I'm pretty sure I would have also gotten smashed by the damn new Gladius list. So I think that takeaway from the weekend is it was like, okay, the Space Marine list with the Victrix in it is probably going to get a high score. Are we going to try and throw our own one into it to blunt it, or are we just going to score higher around it? That seemed to be a thing of the day. That was fun.
yeah, cool.
Otherwise, pairing strategy, I was supposed to be an attacker role alongside Pato, and Josh and Jonty were more the flexible sort of do whatever, and then Charlie on 40 Necron Warriors was, of course, the defensive guy. Poor guy, we threw him at... So none of us, besides Josh, really could deal with Chaos Knights, that triple despoiler thing properly. And then they just never picked Josh for obvious reasons. So it was Charlie. He fought Chaos Knights 4 times to save us.
Oh, really?
At all.
The dream.
I think he won 3 of the games. Like one was 14 points, another one was like 12. Like it was, he never like, and the one he lost, I think he got 8. So it was never a bad win or lose. I think it was Purge that he struggled, one of the two. But yeah, so to me, he was MVP because I didn't have to play Chaos Knights once or any sort of Knight list, which would have absolutely demolished me.
Yeah.
I played a Drakari list with 2 Dark Lancers, a Blaster, and 0 Scourges. So.
Hell yeah.
My anti-tank was fantastic. Definitely existed. And yeah, our team, of course, we did really well. Josh and Jonty were basically big scorers. I think Josh got 3 20s, close to a 20, and then an 11 into a Cam's list, which, in my opinion, should have hard counted him.
Yep.
But Josh went and rolled a bazillion max range charges, I'm sure.
I think he said it was 4 on turn 3. He made 4 9-inch charges. It's like mad lad. Like
yeah.
Like after the second one, it's just rude, right?
That's where I crash out. Where I'm like, I'm like, I don't smoke, but I might start. And then Jonty, of course, like I don't think anyone would disagree, is probably the best New Zealand player in the country.
We don't say that. We don't say that on this podcast.
And we gave him what is probably the most overpowered list with the most undercosted unit in the game. And he was like, I mean, there was like nothing that was going to take him out. It needed to be something that specifically hard counted his list, or he was probably just going to score above a 15 every time. So that left the rest of us just running through some rounds.
Yeah, round 1 I got up here. You guys had a really good round with only the 1 loss with Pato, which is pretty impressive.
Oh, Pato had a
the anchor does it again.
Yeah.
He had a real bad first day. He was just getting used to things. Yeah, that one was interesting. I went into a matchup that I thought I was bad into. On my matrix, it was actually a 2.5. But the map we used and just his playstyle, I think he didn't really know how to deal with the nonsense that is, I'm going to steal your objective with 5 witches and do that like 5 times over the course of the game. And
who were you guys playing this one?
Palmy.
Sorry?
Oh, I was just asking who you guys were playing. Please continue. Yeah.
Palmy Unsealed. They're the guys, I think they won Best Sports, if I remember.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah, so they had Grey Knights. They did have Drakari Reaper's Wager, Ultramarine Stormlance. So they had the, they went more tank heavy with that one. So they had the 12 Victrix Guard, but they also had a Storm Raven gunship thing and G-Man,
Yeah.
Kalgar, so very top-heavy. Then the Raiders list that I went to was Vashta, 2 Disco Lords, some Chosen, 2 Predators, 2 Vindicators, and I was like, well, I can't kill half of that list, so interesting. And then the first Chaos Knights matchup that Charlie got thrown into.
Yeah, you got a 14. Well done. Starting off
Yeah,
strong.
I mean, every time we were like, God damn, man, you're great. Yeah, that was a really, I think we just paired really well that list, that one. None of us were really keen to go into the Grey Knights because that sea of 2+ saves was just not good for any of us.
Yep.
Like Pato was the closest, but if I remember, like he probably made some mistakes, but he says he also made some gloriously poor rolls all the time. I think he failed like all the charges with these Rust Stalkers and other stuff. So a great time to be him. But yeah, fun game. Nothing too interesting.
Yep.
Most funny was Vashta charged some witches, and he was like, "Do you want to pick those witches up?" And I was like, "No, never. They have a 4-up invul. I can dice you." And I diced him and costed him Era Denial because one stupid witch survived the 14 attack sweeps.
That's rude.
Not
4-ups
my
before
fault.
ups.
Yeah, 4-up invuls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anything else specific. I think Josh went into the Reaper's Wager.
Josh went into Courtney on the Ultramarines.
Oh yeah, Josh. Anytime he went into a Marine or top-heavy army, he was like, "Oh, you know what's glorious about these 10 Hearthguard with a bazillion strats and other buffs?" Yeah.
Yeah.
he crushed. Anytime he went to a Marine list, he crushed it. And I think they did make a mistake pairing that one. I think they didn't expect the Votan.
Yeah, Votan I generally do think does. Tate and I were talking earlier today about like what counters like the Victrix lists, and I think like the 10 Hearthguard do actually do a really good job of just like from range being able to deal with a unit, which I think is really good.
I don't know what Michael's record was, but I would be curious to see if he also had a really good run with his Votan.
Yeah, be interesting.
I think he was, if not 5-0, 4-1 or 4-0-1 or something like that. But he was. Yeah. Did he lose against Pato?
No, he drew, I think.
Oh, okay, because I was like, that's embarrassing.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I think he's a bit more of the sort of more traditional list, which I think is a little less favored into the Victrix. I think you're looking more at like spamming out the Terminator units in Pathband.
Yeah,
he's was more all comers. Like his list,
Yeah.
the Earthshaker team probably doesn't do anything in the Victrix matchup, but it's really good into Eldar.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So it's sad that doesn't matter anymore.
Fucking, they got wrecked. I looked at the nerfs. I'm like, cool, Aspect Host is dead. Like, it's not like, oh, just change your list, guys. I'm like, I don't even know if this detachment's playable. You know, like, it just seemed pointless. I was like, there was a couple of Eldar players there that I was patting on the back. I'm like, man, they did you dirty. They did you real dirty.
To be honest, I think it's fine. I think there's still some things that have play. Like some of the other detachments have play, and I think they're going to be less cancerous to play against, which is like good for. Because the thing I hated when I played Eldar was like everyone always being like, "Your army's bullshit." Like I could be playing the most off meta stuff, be playing Guardian Battle Host, and they'd be like, "Your army is cooked." And it's just like, is it though? You know what could be?
They could probably reduce the points on Fire Dragons now and the Die Avengers.
Oh no!
I don't think so.
The Wave Serpent, they have Fire Hit unit now. Like, unless you charge them into something and kill it, it's magic.
Are you you just run them in 5s and stage them out of a tank in the board, advance them up the board, turn off Overwatch, spread them out as a screen, pop sustained hits, full re-rolls, and kill 2 things with Splitfire.
Or do that, you
It's
know.
still good. Yeah.
And then you put another 5-man into the Falcon or Serpent and repeat it next turn.
No. You're just reloading it. Yeah.
We'll see how it shakes out, but Definitely the Eldar lists that were seen over the weekend are dead. They
Yeah.
can't play them.
Yeah, it's back to the drawing board, but at least there's still a board to draw on, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, my
Yeah.
my spectacle list didn't change at all. They bumped up the costs of 6-man Reavers. I'm playing on WTC. I can't take 6-man Reavers.
yeah, that's fair.
I think that is a miss, eh? Like, barely any changes to Spectacle is... Like, it's not
Helians
the most
need to go
impressive thing.
up 20 points per 10. They are ridiculous. You can ask
They're-
any of my
they're
opponents
brutal.
every time. They were like, "This unit's absolutely busted." It's like, yes, I agree. I should have taken 30. I took 25. Why didn't I take another 5?
Yeah. I mean, model, because they've been terrible for ages, right? So, like, model, like, the hobby lag will be huge.
Mm.
for
Yeah,
that.
that's true. I mean, I rocked up with 10 unpainted ones. I never have unpainted stuff.
Well,
Damn.
shall we talk about your round 2 then?
Yeah, let's. It's so easy to distract me, man.
It's when you have three or four people talking about 40k, like the tangents just happen like
Oh my God,
instantaneously.
Yeah, my favorite topic.
Yeah. So Chili Cow
so-
Cartel round 2 against Peacocking is Heresy. I love the
this was
combinations of
fun.
names that a couple of the teams have like done over the time. It's been good.
10 out of 10. This was Purge the Foe, which was 100% my worst match. Jonty was like, "Why are your points so low for this round? I thought you're good into XYZ." I'm like, "Because it's Purge. There's no stealing objectives here. They're going to be like, I'm scoring 4 for primary, and then I'm scoring kill more every single turn." And so we paired in that regards more that I'm going to do badly. So just put me into something that you don't want to go into and just like favor everyone else, which worked out pretty good. If I remember, we got Josh into the Eldar, which...
Josh into Death Guard, Jonty into World Eaters, you into your brother Kier in the CSM, and then Charlie into the Eldari, and then Patricio lost again to Kobe's Dark Angels.
Oh, yes, that was the bad loss. Yeah, so obviously Josh into marine bodies of any variety or anything top heavy. He was like, "Oh, what's that? You got Mortarion and a Demon Prince. They're gone, dead."
Mm.
Josh, Jonty into World Eater Berserkers, because like the whole army is mass AP1 wound 2 wound bodies. So Jonty was like, "Cool, I've got these dreadnoughts that reduce your damage by 1 AP4, and then once you get into combat, I'm gonna AOC."
Yeah.
So splat. I had a great game with Kier. We because he had the bricks of stuff as well, and we threw quite a few into them, and there were some funny things like Lilith's unit charged into possessed. He countercharged with 10 warp talons, and everything except Lilith died, and he was left with 3 warp talons and 7 possessed. And I was like, that's not statistically average. And I think it happened a couple of times to him where the Witch's 4+ invul just spiked a little too hard.
Yep.
And a game where I think he should have won. I mean, he failed a rerollable 6-inch charge at one point as well to get onto my home. Yeah, there were some bad rolls, and I think he should have probably won at least a 12-8 to him. But because he did score kill more every single turn except turn 1, which makes sense. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. We murdered each other to basically, I think we ended the game with both of us pretty much tabled. I had maybe 2 characters on the board. He was running away with a rhino and 4 possessed in a corner to stop me getting any kill points. It was great. I loved it.
Nice.
Absolute violence. But yeah, I think again it was just a case of we really paired win conditions very strongly because we're like, cool, marine bodies for Josh and Jonty to feed on. And I was somewhat protected in terms of I went into a melee matchup at least, so that I couldn't get shot off the table.
Yeah.
And if there was Purge being scored, at least I was going to kill something in return.
Yeah, so then you're getting 8s as well. Yeah. Nice. Oh, very well done. So on to the last round of day 1. You are into Team Anti.
Yeah, this was the one where the team was like, "Oh shit, we got Mr. Gaylord himself," and then of course a couple other good players because I don't know. I've played Francis a couple times. He's generally pretty good.
Mhm. Yep.
Benji's been getting pretty. I've never played him before this, but he got really good results on Custodes a lot of the time.
Yep.
Marcel, I've played previously at Lakes of Blood. He's great. I love him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
no,
then
I played Marcel at the last event. He was good. He's a good time.
And then, yeah, Plumpton on the Orc. So Gaylord with the triple Victrix Guard was pretty much everyone except Josh was like, cool, we're going to score at most 8 points into that list, including me. Josh was like, nah, bet, I'll get a 15 or better. And I actually do believe he probably would have. Gatling Despoiler again, where we were like, please, none of us want to go into Gatling Despoiler. So Charlie, we got busted there again. I went into Kenji's Custodians. Josh got the Eldar. Again, he either went into Eldar or Marines for the 20-0, and yeah. Unfortunately, the Eldar found out what 9-inch charges into Fugan turn 1 or turn 2 is like. Not great. And then I think Pato was into the Orcs.
Nah, Pato was into David.
Oh, David, yes, the 20-0.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, you know, none of us were like, oh, Pato, what are you doing? That's like 18 Victrix. I know what the list he was rocking was. It's
a toughie. It's a toughie. Yeah. So what happened in your game against Kenji? Anything interesting?
Yeah. So Kenji had played quite a few Drukhari lists apparently, so it was quite nice not having to explain to someone what I do, because it can be quite long-winded explaining exactly how a challenge met works, where okay, if you move, advance, or are set up at the end of the turn, if you're within 9 of me, I can charge you. So it's like not even ending within 9. If I ever have to move like on the Helians, I just need to be within 9 of you. And if you stand still or fall back, I can't charge you. You know, it's like all of those little things I just have to explain to him, which was nice. Obviously, I'm still going to remind him of things.
Yep.
But he underestimated how aggressive I was willing to be, because his entire list was basically 0 shooting plus Draxus. And I was like, cool, if I kill Draxus, you can't kill the transport. Or at least very unlikely. So search and destroy, easiest to get close to the enemies. I obviously had way more drops than him. And my last drop was 10 witches in a raider with a succubus. I put it exactly as close as possible to Draxus's unit as I can. Got turn 1, and that unit went straight into Draxus's unit, and the succubus precisioned out. And again, the witches 4-up invul spiked redonkulously. You pay the CP for the, they call it, I think it's Deadly Debut, which gives a witches unit lethals, but also if it's a witch unit, they get AP1. And so he didn't want that unit tying up his guard in the next turn, so he actually countercharged with the wardens as well. And I ended that turn having killed 3 guard, Draxus, and 1 warden, and the unit was still alive. It was like 1 witch and the succubus, but that's enough to be, okay, now the wardens have to stay there, because if they move, I'm going to charge them and he can't shoot me. And, you know, and from there, I think the momentum just was gone from him. Because I immediately then chucked Lilith into an angry position, puts a lot of stuff to counter his expansion, and then just stacked everywhere I staged up. So then he got onto his expansion, he moved his 1 guard up. He wanted me to charge him a couple of places so that he can either pop the 4-up Feel No Pain and then counter charge and grind me down that way, or just shoot me to death in the open. But Cultist Spite, I don't need to do that. Like, I tossed 5 witches on his expansion, and I'm like, cool, it's mine. You score 0 primary next turn. I score 5.
It's the best playstyle in the game.
Yeah, and it just starts, and yeah, it just puts so much pressure on people. So he was basically forced into these fucked if you do, fucked if you don't sort of plays, where he would try and throw the wardens into me to try and get as much damage as possible, but all my stuff's sitting in a tank. So he runs in, he killed like 2 venoms in melee, but then his poor dudes are not only on the objective in Malice's aura of it's going to cost you 3 CP to interrupt, but also I'm getting rerolls and other buffs. And I think like my entire army surrounded some wardens at one point who were like, do you want to pop your Feel No Pain in the shooting phase or the fight phase? And he was like, which one do you do more damage in? I'm like, both. Because I wouldn't you on 3s. I got splinter cannons. So yeah. I think their team thought that it would be a much better matchup for him because Custodes are historically a counter melee matchup, but they're just not fast enough to deal with Spite, and I just have too many tricks.
Yeah.
It's
Well
also
done.
like, yeah, they don't play like that kind of primary control game that well either. Like they just don't have enough pieces. They're all too bricky and too valuable, which
Even
is
if he wants to
it's
steal
not.
mine, I'm like, I'll just charge the unit that's trying to threaten me in your turn, and then you'll kill
Yeah.
it. And it costs me 2 CP, but I hold the primaries points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides Josh doing that, it was a 9 or a 10-inch charge into poor Fugan and the Fire Dragons. I don't think there was anything too interesting. Unfortunately, Orcs again, it's AP1 into Victrix Guard.
Yep.
It's just never going to do anything.
Yeah, I think the best thing. Yeah, the best thing Orcs can do. I was trying to think about like how could Orcs beat like the Ultramarines list, and I was like, I think the best thing you could do is charge in a unit of 10 knobs with power claws, and then hope they interrupt. So fight with something else first. Hope they interrupt, so you fight on death, so then they can't AOC. So then you get AP2.
The AOC is just so. It hurts me as well. That's also what messes up my matchup into it. It's AOC. Alrighty. Yeah, that was day 3. I had a lot of fun. I had a great time. Cult of Spite is hilarious.
Awesome. And then we got round 4.
Yeah, so we were against Washed Up and Useless. Was that the name?
Yeah, the Kraken team.
Yeah, this was the team that was, I think, our hardest one of the weekend. Yeah, it was Andrew on some Dark Angels, another Chaos Knight triple Gatling the spoiler nonsense.
Yeah.
Cam on his Red Cat. I think he was at that point 320s or something. He was like on a roll. Hayden was on Spite as well. Then Michael Taylor on Legos of Otan also on a roll.
Yep.
And for us with this one, besides the fact that none of us wanted to go into CK, so we bust Charlie again, we actually had a big problem with the Tau. Because like we could the only one who was happy to go into it was Josh, because he's happy to go into everybody. But the rest of us, like for me, I looked at it, I'm like, there's just too much Overwatch and shooting in melee. He probably just kills me too quickly. I can't actually do what I want to do. He can one-tap a 20-man warrior brick in one activation, I think, with the full combo. And John T was like, oh, look, those are Riptides and Fusion dudes, and yeah, that'll just kill.
Yeah.
That Riptides do kill Victrix, at least.
Definitely, yeah.
So we ended up actually, as a result, having me as the mirror into Hayden.
Yep.
And neither of us actually knew what the mirror was like. So I thought going first was bad. I went first, and it was actually fantastic because I got to stage everything up. And then the other thing that was really game-changing in that matchup was he didn't have Malice, I did. And so it was like, well, our best stratagems, fight on death and challenge met, are 2 CP. So, because it was tipping point, I had it near the middle of the board, hopping in and out of the Venom, and he just, every time, it was like, if he did try and charge me, he pulled a thing where he charged me with the bikes and was planning if I to trigger my fights first on the one thing, and he was just going to fight on death to kill the unit. Malice got out and was like, cool, it costs you 3 CP now. Yeah. And it's just like, And just being able to stage was Tate's battery died.
Was frozen for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
we got him back.
I wasn't really complaining about the frozen Tate, so
damn cold. See, I have nothing meaningful to contribute. I was just going to say I wasn't sure if it was just me, so I just left it.
I was near the table where Pato and Michael was playing. I think Michael was going to have a hernia with Pato. Luck has changed. After a terrible day 1, Pato dice could do no wrong. And apparently, with 3 Rust Stalkers, he killed a full bike squad, the 3-man. and
Mm.
that was the start of absolute destruction because passing saves, killing stuff where he shouldn't, making charges he shouldn't. And all I heard was cursing from that table. And Pado's like,
Also, yeah, Pato is like the worst person to get diced by because he just like rubs
You're
everything
just
in.
laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, awesome round though. And then how did you guys finish it off? What was the last round?
all right, the next round, Morris Carry Society. So that one, Chaos Knights again for poor old.
Charlie,
we
yeah.
knew- so with that one, we put down Josh as first defender.
Mhm.
And apparently that was pretty much their lose condition that they knew would be the lose condition for them, and they were hoping we wouldn't.
Mm.
But so it was Pato, Charlie were like main captain, and of course Jonty's loud and will always give his opinion, so he was there. And yeah, they actually planned all of our pairings really well. Like,
Nice.
gotta say, I was like, damn. I didn't get paired into CK once. 10 out of 10. Pair me again, boys. So yeah, Charlie got bust by CK again, and then because I think they put CK down as first defender. It meant that they were forced to put the Berserkers or the Blood Angels into Jonty or into Josh.
Right.
And that
yeah.
was like, it was like, cool, who wants to get 20-0'd? was basically their answer.
Yeah.
And then Sterling I think it was Sterling had to choose between me and maybe it was Josh? And he was like, fuck, I'm not going to vote and they'll 20-0 me, chose me. And then as a result, Josh got, I think, Crons.
Yep.
And
You got
probably
Morris,
one
yeah.
tapped a 20 warrior unit with just Hearthguard, easy. Then the BA went into Jonty and got diced because Redemptors don't care about Death Company. And then, great thing, Pato went into World Eater Berserkers, and apparently the 6 Carafrons killed like 50 Berserkers over the course of the game because of screening and core rerolls.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's
Nice.
hilarious. Fucking fantastic. I had a great time into Sterling's Eldar. I think he played it really well. He just couldn't keep up with the trading that he wanted to do. Like, each of his units had to really one-tap anything they went into and continuously trade up. At one point, like, he left a one witch alive with Lilith's unit and then Lycus's unit after a charge. And that one witch killed 2 aspect warriors and then just stayed in combat so that he couldn't run away or overwatch in the case of Lycus's unit. And he did a very ballsy play, which was pretty good. Is he actually put his Avatar Arcane. He charged it. He rolled an 11 for his charge and managed to go right around the unit he was charging. And he ended on my home objective to deny it in my turn 2. And it was like, all right, let's see if my army that's really, really bad at dealing with big things can kill an Avatar of Cain. Dear God, Lilith and her units spiked. So obviously I spend the CP for lethal hits and +1 AP. I kid you not, I rolled, I think, 25 6s on that unit's attacks. I was picking 6s out of my dice pool, and Sterling looked at it, he's like, is that your lethals? I'm like, I'm sorry, man. This isn't a skill
I can
thing.
imagine it. That's funny.
That's wild.
And brought the bad boy down with like 1 extra wound over his cap. Malaise delivered like 6 on her own, and then Lilith's unit did the rest.
I was like,
yeah.
No, you go. I'm just gonna interrupt with an anecdote because I'm.
Oh, because you're
dumb.
awesome.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
this game, like every single other game, the Hellions are just redonkulous. The Witches are always MVP because they OC2 fast and stabby.
Mm-hmm.
But Hellions fly movement 14, and the shooting is legitimately good into Eldar bodies or anything that's a 4-up save or worse. So, I mean, for Hellions, because I roll drugs almost every single turn, every game. And I roll +1 attack, +1 weapon skill on my turn 2. I'm like, cool, it's go turn. The dice says so. 4 Hellions picked up a Wave Serpent. It's like,
Good.
that's not fair.
Mm.
Then Fugin's poor boys were hoofing it. And then the next squad came down from Rapid Ingress, shot and killed 7 in shooting, just because of weight of dice. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's 15 saves because it was I was hitting on 2s because I rolled the ballistic skill, so it's 2s to hit and 3s twin linked. So I was like, cool, make a bazillion saves on your extremely expensive elf bodies.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he played it really well. I thought I would score higher than that. It was like 14-6.
Yep.
I thought I could like easily get it 18 or better in that matchup, but no, he played it well. But you just can't trade with the Eldar.
Yep.
And yeah, we ended that one. I think we won that one quite comfortably. I think we had above 70.
Yeah, it was a big win, and then yeah, you ended up winning the whole event completely undefeated, the only undefeated. I think if you drew the last round, even the losing side of a draw, you still would have won the event. So very, very well done. Really, congrats to everyone on the team.
We are the champions. No, it was a great time. I had so much fun. Like melee armies is my jam, and pure melee, no Scourge Crutch. Oh, fantastic weekend. And I didn't have to play Chaos Knights or Victrix.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot ask for a better weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a great time. 10 out of 10. Recommend.
Yeah. Definitely rigged though. Like you won the Immortal Chili event. Like, you know, you won the event that literally the 2 organizers were on your team.
Rigged.
Yeah, I'm not.
We had.
I did think we. Yeah, I heard we had a policy of not playing the A team to Chile events. I thought that was a thing. What happened?
I think we saw that there was a Shark Tank coming, and people were like, "Oh shit, we got David G visiting and joining in. That's a bad boy." They have the Kraken boys.
Mm-hmm.
I was originally on Kier's team. They were like, "Oh man, we need you to join." I was like, "Okay, I'll play for you." I don't think we're doing our A team thing. And then Pat was like, "What are you doing? You belong to me." And I was like, "Oh shit, the Colombian voice is coming out."
He tries to. He sent me a message. He's like, "You can't play for Benchwarmers anymore." Like, brother, excuse me. Like,
I'm sorry to tell you this, but you have no power here. Man.
Yeah.
No, I don't really. I mean, obviously, I like the Chili Boys. We're all mates and stuff, but I don't really care what team I play on. I'm just keen to game, to jam. And having a team that doesn't let me go into Chaos Knights, like poor Hayden got sent to Chaos Knights and got scored a good 0 out of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I didn't want to play Chaos Knights, because I would also have scored a 0.
Yeah. No, well, very well done. And now, thank you very much for waiting, Matt. Let's talk about you. Sorry that there was a solid 40 minutes of not much to talk about. But thank you very much for waiting. And let's talk about some absolutely crazy Goretrack nonsense.
Oh, my meme. My meme, you mean?
Your meme? Well, it can't be that much of a meme if you want an event with it. Let's be real.
No, you have to farm the aura by saying it's a meme and then going into how much you cooked people.
It's 2 memes in a row. I need to work out my next transport go through walls detachment for Lakes of Blood and Jan.
Oh no, it's Soulforged Warpack. Land Raider, make it a demon. 2-step go through walls. Make it a demon. Send it through the wall. Drop out Abaddon and Terminators. That's a meme.
That sounds like a good meme. I'm considering Custodes Dreads because go through walls.
Hell yeah.
That's
But
also a big meme.
big meme.
That is.
But yes, the Goretrack meme.
Yeah.
The true way to play 40k is to win using a meme, just to make the people who care too much real mad.
I won't talk about that part. Thank you very much, Dylan.
Cool. So do you want to go through your list first of all?
Yeah, absolutely. So the basis of the list, I'll read it top to bottom, but just the basis of it is 2 rhinos, 2 land raiders, and no matter what, everything deploys in a transport. So we've got Khan with 10 in a rhino, and then Mo with 10 in a rhino that scouts 9. Then we've got another Mo who's my warlord, because this is a properly cocked event, which meant there were twists in play. So that was my warlord, and then a Slaughterbound who had an enhancement for he picks the transport he's within, or a vehicle within 6, and then that vehicle gets to hand out -1 to hit when it shoots you.
Baby. Hell yeah.
So we'll find out about that one later, but that was great tech into Ultramarines.
Okay.
By great, I mean it meant I didn't get completely wiped. So yeah. And then So both of those rhinos are then full. So
Yep.
we've got, as I say, the 30 berserkers. Within the Land Raiders, one of them has 5 Terminators because we've never seen those before, and I've got them and have them painted. And then the other one has a unit of 8-bound, a unit of Exalted 8-bound, and the Slaughterbound, all within the other Land Raider. And then a unit of Jackals on the board. And I just loved it. You dropped 4 vehicles, and then the Berserkers and the Jackals, and you're like, cool, that's 2,000 points all on the board. Nothing's ever going in reserves, and we're going to pull some movement shenanigans off on you.
That's awesome.
And it was a joy.
Yeah.
Can I what if the answer is just because we be memeing, that's fine. But no go through walls Hellbrutes? Or is that you think they don't do enough damage without Warband?
I couldn't fit them and do my meme because my meme had a premise of annoying movement tricks, not just go through the wall, but the number of tricks there are in that list to fuck with people is quite joyous. Just you create puzzles which they can't solve. You don't gotcha. You like tell them everything you can do, and they go, "I don't know how to interact with this." Okay,
tell them what you can do and put them on a clock. That's your strategy.
Damn, that's the most Dylan coded thing I've ever heard in my life.
Devious.
But it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like you come within, you shoot my vehicles, I can reactive move 6. You shoot my rhinos, I can disembark 3 and then blood surge d6 plus 2. So it's like and that's re-rollable. So if you're within 7 inches of me, it's guaranteed. If you shoot me, I'm engaging you with berserkers. And because you can pick where you disembark, you can manipulate what's the closest and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So there's and then you can end of either fight phase, get back in your vehicles, and you can do it from within engagement range. So you kind of disembark, charge up, get +1 to charge and lance because you disembarked. You then drive the Land Raider up behind it, and you get back in afterwards. Or you get out of one vehicle, charge across the board, get into another at the end of the fight phase, and then can disembark on the other side next turn, get your lance, your +1 to charge again, the disembark movement. So it just makes you super fast.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of planning involved though there, right? Like you have to sequence out your turns like really, really well. So it shows like a lot of thought goes into, yes, it is a meme, but like a lot of thought went into how do I sequence this to make sure this meme actually does function on the tabletop as well. So there's definitely a lot of like thought processes. It's always funny when someone says like, "Oh, this is a meme." It's like, but you just explained like all these things that actually make it super powerful as well. It's like, it's especially the blood surge out of a transport is like one of those things like until you get got by it, you just don't understand it realistically. Because like, oh, actually, you're gonna get out on the other side of that transport and then blood surge on the other direction. Like, oh, my scouts, my poor scouts. It's like stuff like that where you just don't really realize. You think, oh, they'll blood surge towards, this thing that's, right here. It's like, it's really cool. Goretrac's a really interesting detachment for that reason, I think. Like, it plays really interesting 40k.
I got
especially
my
when you
got 20 owed by Goretrac chosen, so.
Rip. Was that late?
Yeah.
Rip. Yeah, especially when you pair it with the reactive move as well. It's basically vehicle Victrix, right? You could argue it's the best army in the game. Like, who said a meme? Like,
all I heard is a melee army with transports that I can get back into, and I was like, maybe I should be playing this.
Yeah, you should.
Well worth it. It's well worth it. And those Terminators, they slap. They get 4 rerolls to hit against closest eligible target. And with their rapid fire 4 combi bolters or whatever they're called, you're getting 24 shots, and then your auto cannon or whatever that one is rapid fire 2 as well. So it's 30 shots all up, hitting on 4s with 4 rerolls, kill the chaff, and then you get reroll charges against the closest eligible with +1 to charge.
How many attacks do they have each? And weapons?
They're only 3 power fist attacks. But
still, that's something that World Eaters doesn't actually have a lot of, is screen clearing. So it makes sense actually having them there to just like, all right, get rid of this shit, and they're not that expensive, and they're hard to deal with, so it kind of makes sense.
They're more durable than the 8-bound. They're only 20 points, 30 points more, but you get a better save and 2 more bodies. And when you're strength 8 with Lance, you're wounding Custodes on 2 or whatever into the guard spam.
And even the vehicles like on 4s, right? Like it's just nice. Like,
Oh,
it doesn't matter if you're not
getting
getting
a
attacks.
custody guard spam meta. I'm not ready.
well, that leads perfectly talking about Custodes into your round 1 then. So you went into Duncan into Custodes.
Yeah, so this was the twist for +3 attacks on the Warlord, which I had intentionally put on the Master of Executions from 5 to 8. So when you have full rerolls to hit and wound and dev wounds, you can clear some things out pretty nicely there. So that was a beautiful game. It's one of those ones where you line up your Land Raiders where he can't put the Caladius onto you, and then you just yeet it through a wall, clear some Custodes, jump back in your Land Raider, and say, now what? You're not going to one-tap me if I pop smoke, because even in the open now I'm getting 4-up saves, and then you get to rinse and repeat, pop out the other side, charge another way. That was a really fun game. Duncan's always a great opponent. You have a good laugh at the table.
Awesome.
And yeah, just a good round 1.
Yeah. Always nice to have the theory pay off in your round 1. Like even if you have practice games, first round of the actual tournament, getting that win, cool. Everything that I thought of still worked on the day. It's always great.
Had 2 practice games with it and lost them both quite comfortably. And so I believe in this list. I believe I'm learning how it works. This is just the learning process.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in losing your practice games. This is what I did with the Orcs before the Tactical Chili event. I played 3 practice games, lost all of them dreadfully as well, and then I didn't lose a single game at the event. Yes.
You've got to try things out, right? Find the limits so that you know what's a safe play.
Yeah.
Or you're pairing princess yourself.
Yeah. And I did do pairings, so hey. Yeah, that's cool. And then your round 2 again against Custodes.
Joyous Custodes.
Yeah.
This twist was beautiful for both of us, except because I had my meme, I had to stay true to form and not take huge advantage of it, which was 3d6 charges. Yeah, so the Properly Cocked Fight Before Christmas is a great old event. They're good, incredible fun every time. It's hosted up in a pub in Upper Hutt at Brewtown. So some people start drinking earlier than others. And then there's incredible Kai places down the whole strip. And the way that they run it is at each, as you get to the table, they randomly draw the mission. So random DZ, random mission, and random twist this year. So they haven't done twists before because, mission packs.
Mm-hmm.
They had taken out, Dawn of War and whatever this pocket game is now. So those were out. So we didn't have craziness from that side. But you could definitely see some lists that were built to take advantage of the twists. And then mine, which I went, okay. I mean, if I really wanted to, I'd play something very different. I would have been on my GK if I wanted to really take advantage of it. But I couldn't go past this. So we had 3d6 charges on this. I went from turn 2, where I rolled a 111, to turn 3, where I rolled a 666. So that was quite joyous.
So could you actually just move 18 inches? It wasn't capped?
You can declare if you're within 18.
That's madness.
So does the twist actually say you can declare charges against things outside of 12? God damn.
Within 18 is what it says, yeah.
That's where you're just I'm just going to road it.
Yeah, you just stayed. Yeah.
That's cool. That's very fun.
That's why I would have run Grey Knights for you, just you uppy downy and bomb 9s everywhere.
Yeah.
Instead, I've got my big transports, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, very
what Custodes don't like are 2 Land Raiders that between them have 16 las cannon shots.
Yep. That's
Are
rough.
you gonna pop your feel no pain in the shooting phase or the fight phase?
Rough.
So that was good fun.
Very cool.
Sorry, boys, I got to bounce, but thank you so much for the good time.
Thanks,
Wow.
You
Dylan.
let me talk 40k, my favorite. 10 out of 10.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
So yeah, thank you for coming.
Ooh.
You got your reorganizing there to do, Chris.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about your round 3 whilst I have some fun? I'm re-editing these.
Absolutely. So in round 3, I was playing into Alex Henderson, who Dylan was talking about. Pato playing round 1 of the
Oh, cool.
Chile event. Grey Knights player out of Palmy. Incredible guy. And that was a good fun match too. We were playing on Search and Destroy, which hell yeah, World Eaters, and won that turn 1 roll off. The twist that one was rapid escalation, where you can strat reserves 400 points of your army on turn 1. But both of us we're ignoring that. He's Grey Knights, can just uppy downy, and I have a meme, so I have to deploy my transports. I have no choice. And they, so that's what I did. And turn 1, put my Rhino that scouts 9 right in the center on the line, scouted it forward. My unit got out and charged forward. The Rhino scouted up behind them, and I charged into his DZ and was on his home field objective turn 1. And I charged my Berserker squad in to kill some interceptors, and I charged my Rhino into his Razorback so that I could go and tag 2 NDKs on his home field. And he's like, yeah, but I hit you on 2s and wound you on 2s. And I was like, yeah, buddy, but you've got 10 attacks and I've got 11 models. So 2 NDKs.
Maths.
And the beauty of that is that the Grey Knights in the Codex, the uppy downy timing changed to be at the end of the fight phase. And so my strat to get back in my transport is end of the fight phase. And so I can sequence it where he can't pick up NDKs, then get back in my Rhino. And so by making this play, so I was like, okay, this is going to be my turn 1 play. I'm going for this. I really didn't want to CP charge because I wanted to get back in my Rhino, but it meant that I could just stage my entire army up and flood the board. And with 2 NDKs locked down, I didn't have to be too scared of him overloading one of my Land Raiders. So that was my fun for that game. I loved that one.
Yeah, those little tricks like that, like figuring out the sequencings and being able to like do stuff like that and be like, so them's the breaks, buddy. That's very cool. That's such a cool interaction.
Can we start like a cool plays counter for the podcast? Because I think that is the like best one we've had so far. I think that is very funny.
Shout out to Wes from Palmy who taught me that one with his Renegade Raiders into my GK. I was like, you're right. I do pick up in the fight phase. You're right. You can hold me here and then fall back.
Right.
That's so rude. So that means that like the Calibus Assassin, because she can do the reactive move. Oh, she can't do it in engagement range though. She has to be just not within 3, so it doesn't work with her. Never mind.
But there's a heap of like Ox Cadra. There's a heap of things that can do it.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. It's very fun. Oh, good to know.
Yeah, the timing matters. Some are going to end the turn, but some are end of fight phase.
Yeah.
So the fight phase ones are the ones you get them on.
Yeah. That'll be my nighttime reading tonight. It's just for this really niche interaction that's never going to come up in a game. Like, ooh, that's very cool. So then your round 4, we have you into Courtney. Your alias.
This is when these last 2 rounds, you always need a good bit of luck to win a GT. Skill's not enough, and the luck wasn't the matchup nor the player, because holy shit, good players and good lists that they're on. What the luck was, hey, we're playing with twists. So I said to Courtney, what I'd really like right now in my matchup against you is 18-inch Lonop. And I got 18-inch Lonop drawn from the deck. So he's sitting there with double Ballistus, I believe. They might have been Redemptors, can't remember. They shot me hard either way, and a Storm Raven. And it's like, okay, I'm only effective within 24 inches anyway because I need rapid fire on my 16 las cannons. So I want you to come really close to me. And he did. He went first and dumped everything into the center, both of his dreads and his Storm Raven and some Victrix Guard, and then went to shoot a Land Raider, which reactive moved behind the wall. So that I then just launched. It's like, okay, we're here to play a game.
Hell yeah.
And this is when my -1 to hit on my Slaughterbound came in clutch. It's like, hey, buddy, tap your Land Raider, put your Storm Bolter into that Victrix unit, and then everything else into the big tanks.
Yeah.
And we just went and started brawling.
Nice.
It was really touch and go at different points. It's one of those ones where dice are all over the place, and things live that should die and things die that should live, both ways. And what I really like about playing against Courtney, I played him at Palmy as well, played him in the final for the Manawatu Maelstrom in October, is we just had, it's, really open, great spirit. He's always playing to his outs, looking for the different ways he's to try and find his way back into the game, and just really enjoyable games. So yeah, that was a hard fought match, but sometimes you get the twist you want.
Yeah. 18-inch loan up is wild for a Bishta. I know you have a lot of guns in your army, weirdly, for World Eaters, but like 18-inch loan up just World Eaters is just like so cracked.
Is it on everything? So like the Land Raiders 18-inch loan up?
Everything.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You play the cards are given, eh?
And I wish Auckland did stuff like that.
I don't. I don't like the twists at all, but this story is amazing.
Like one tournament of Twist a year, I could do. I couldn't play it regularly.
Yeah. The Christmas event too. Great idea for it as well, because like everyone's already, like it's probably your last event for like at least a month. Like, so it's kind of cool to have an event that's a bit more relaxed.
And it's a bit of their tradition, right? Like Properly Cocked have a great routine schedule now where they've got their teams event, they've got their more competitive singles Warzone event that's earlier in the year, and then they've got their also big Christmas event, which is a bit more wacky. They've always drawn the missions on the day for that one. It's just that we haven't had anything like a twist in the past. So, it's just a really nice quality of event.
No, very, very cool. So then you have your final round, which is against John McLaughlin.
Yeah, and then this one, as we say, you can only bless the twists. So we get to the board, and I've been playing on a lot of
banger.
We've been playing on a lot of UKTC style terrain boards, not the ones with the narrow, small plate, but the older UKTC terrain. But this one was a much more 9th edition terrain setup where you have the L with a little bit of a thin base, but not a full plate that you can stand on, where you can stage up right behind the wall, but still not be in the plate so you can't be shot through. And so there's these massive L's all over the place and big V-shaped ruins. And I was like, well, it'd be great if I could draw the twist where all of my vehicles just move through walls. And guess what?
No.
I manifested, and that's what we got.
I'm pretty sure were you just like shuffling these, looking at the bottom one, and think, there we go.
Yeah.
And so just turn one. Park both Land Raiders and big ruins in the center. Park both Rhinos on the side expansion objectives because we're playing Hammer and Anvil. And there were crates on the center line for both sides. And so you just park your Rhino behind it where there's a line he can shoot me at. But if he wants to contest my objective, he needs to fire and fade gargoyles onto the point. And so if he tries to shoot me and doesn't one-tap me, I'm disembarking and blood surging into his gargoyles, and it's guaranteed because he has to be so close that he can get on with his fire and fade. And so just all game long, these two rhinos sat there and he couldn't shoot them. And so you come within 9 of me, I can disembark my berserkers. You shoot me, I can either reactive move or blood surge into you. And so you just set up this puzzle where he just can't interact. And it was the blessing that I needed for that game. Again, incredible skill level. If you don't have the right mission and the map and the terrain and all that, it's a lot harder. But that's another one where I really got to use my units to their maximum.
Yeah. Yeah, well done.
Yeah,
I guess.
I,
Yeah. There you go.
I would. All I'm saying is that I will be initiating an investigation with Steve Joel about these twists. Like, what is this? 5 out of 5 rounds? Like,
Yeah.
So convenient, eh?
yeah,
Not
convenience a word for it.
I reckon just
Yeah.
Steve's pocket was like about $100 richer at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very cool. That sounds like one incredibly well done, Matt. Like, that's as much as like the twists did help you, and obviously you did have some like luck on your side, but you also capitalized on everything that you went into, right? So like you utilized your advantages, you pushed them, and then you had an army that was already like quite, I'd say, like on a knife's edge. If you misplayed anything, it can just all fall apart. Even with these twists, right? Like, you still need to set everything up. You still need to be sequencing everything correctly. Like, as soon as one thing falls apart, like, it is like a meme list, but it's not a meme list in the fact that you still have to play everything correctly. And it's very cool. Like, I like the list. Like, the stat check in it is also just really interesting, right? Like, some armies just can't deal with 2 land raiders.
Yeah.
Like,
And especially when they reactive move, right? You set them up that your opponent gets 1 activation into you. If you have to, you can spend the 2 CP for the smoke and then the reactive. But a lot of the time, you just tank 1 activation and then move it afterwards behind the wall.
yeah.
So is it a post shoot reactive move, not like a movement reactive move? Ah, interesting. Yeah.
So super helpful.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, because a flat 6, eh?
At 6. So you don't even
Yeah.
have to try and make the decision, if someone comes within 9, do I move away from the objective? No. You have to put your unit out, put it in a place where you're exposing it. You probably need 2 of them to drop a land raider. So you're having to call my bluff as to whether I'm doing it or not. And as soon as you've put 2 of them out, I move back, then come forward 10 and have 8 las cannons on that land raider.
That's so good. Yeah.
It's very
Even
Damn.
the heavy bolter is fire too.
like -1 to hit
OP.
for just rapid fire too. It's like, for an additional rapid fire on all your guns is pretty cool. Yeah. Man, that's
Great event.
Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, well well done on the 2 events in a row as well. It's pretty well done. Like, can't complain about that. So yeah, that's very, very cool.
Yeah, that's nearing Charlie Kang with the hat trick, surely.
He's got a hat trick,
Yeah.
eh?
You got 3 in a row.
I think Charlie's got.
Yeah.
Has he done 3 in a row? I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
What was it? It was, well, one of them was it was 3 events. One of them was over the top, and then it was, I think, one on either side of over the top that year. But
It was Warzone. Was it? It was one of the Wellington ones, the IK one. Where he played you actually, Matt, because he got us all in Discord to ask about your list. We
Yeah.
had like a huge chat about how to beat your list.
yeah.
And then over the top and something else.
Yeah, that was when Charlie tries, and then Charlie just goes through like a year and a half where he just doesn't try.
Yeah, he is either washed or goaded.
Yeah,
There
there's
is
no
no
in
in between. Yeah.
I look forward to being washed.
No, not yet, mate. We got ANZTC to go through before that can happen.
Yeah, no, it'll be post your horrific loss to Vic,
Oh,
and then you'll both be washed after that.
yeah. Mate,
Yeah.
I'm already washed. What are you talking about? I'm allowed to be washed. The captain of the team can't be washed. Let's be real.
You can't tell me you're washed, man.
Yeah,
funny.
post selection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, actually, we're doing a second round of selections. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Very cool. Oh, shall we do a little bit of talk about the data slate to finish off the episode then? Like any thoughts? Matt, I guess we'll start with you. Would you play the Goretrack list post data slate? Do you think it still has legs in this kind of like environment that the meta's kind of going into?
I think so. I mean, Victrix Guard are just coming up and up now that people realize they lived and the hobby lag will catch up. So finding anything that can go into that's really damn hard. I'm not sure this list can hold its own into that sort of list. In a normal matchup, not a 18-inch low knot matchup, I don't think it can hold its own. So that's the one downside, but I guess that's where your luck comes in, eh?
Yep.
You just need to avoid it.
Yeah, I guess for singles it might be a bit more sketchy because, like, I think there will be in the next after Christmas, after everyone's had that time off to build their 12 Victrix card, get the Gravis Calgar all nice and ready to go. Find their old Kato Securius that's just randomly on a 28mm base.
Yeah.
Once that's all done,
yeah. 29th of December, forever known as Victrix Assembly Day.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. So I think there definitely will be at the Lakes of Blood event in January. I could foresee like there being a considerable amount of that Ultramarines list if nothing is touched before then, and I can't see literally anything being done. So I think being able to, I'm a big proponent for taking against the meta, not taking the meta, because everyone always practices for what's like the big scary thing. So if you can take something that's designed to beat that and just also not god awful into the rest of the field, you're actually in such a better position.
Yeah.
So it's quarter the finishing, mate. 18 flawless blades.
Nah. Yeah. Like no. Don't even. Chris knows from off-screen discussions that he can rage bait me on this thing. Yeah, I think it's. Oh, sorry. You go.
You know, mate, it's all good.
Oh, it's I think it's good. The matchup into Victrix is better. The matchup into everything else is worse.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, I reckon the actual answer is 4 T-Sons Demon Princes. No, it's not. But I think Hexwalk has the tools, so I'd keep playing T-Sons because you can't surge off you Doombolt Grenade, you bonus AP, you reroll hits, and then you just like blitz a Victrix unit. Yeah.
And if you can kill one a turn, that's enough. That attrition is too much for the Victrix to be able to deal with, especially with like Thousand Suns being able to double move a unit to block like another unit as well. So you can completely move block one unit, shut down one half of the board, and then it's like cool. This side of the board is now safe. Like that's just huge, right? Like stuff like that is just unattainable for the Victrix.
Yeah, what I've started doing is putting Zangors and Rhinos. And they scout the Rhino, then you reroll the Zangors, reroll advances, and then you surge them, and they just like fucking zoom, and you just go like wrap the ruin the Victrix throne, and it's pretty good.
That's hot. I love that.
Yeah, and then you sticky your expansion objective and walk off it, and you're like
hell
yeah.
That's quite cool.
Yeah,
that's very nice. I'm thinking about whether I can do something with GK Banishes.
Oh yeah,
with the big Paladin brick that gets +1 AP to its shooting, and then has 15 shots at 822 and D6 +3 at 832, which blasts as well. And you just teleport around the board using interceptors for a similar move block shenanigan.
So fast,
Yeah, and then with access to advance and charge, you can really engage them in one spot at a time using your teleports as well.
Yeah.
So it's whether you can apply enough damage and use some movement manipulation that you don't care about the surge.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, that's quite cool. I'm also thinking of ways you can like tax their CP as well. So like like Calidus and those kind of like Vect abilities, because yes, they have 3 CP, basically off the bat, but if they're AOC and they have to AOC because that's kind of how those units stay alive. If they are doing that then and it's costing them 2 CP, like they just don't have the ability to do all the other crazy good things that they want to do. So like just being able to tax them enough that they're all okay, actually no, I can't afford to AOC this because I need to have, fight on death if you're playing normal Gladius, or just like give them bad options, kind of like what you're saying with like your Gotrek list is like you have multiple bad options here. Which one do you want to, which avenue do you want to take? And then you can kind of play around that a bit more. So things like that I think could come up in stocks a little bit, just as like a little bit of like a help in those matchups. Because they are so CP hungry. It's like Stormlights Gladius. If you've ever played that list is just gobbling up CPs like constantly throughout a game. So stuff like that where you're like, oh, okay, no, that's actually 2 CP. Oh no, that's actually 3 CP. It's like it really starts hurting them really quickly. So that's something that I've been thinking about. I haven't played with that tax yet, but like it's definitely something that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Can see Calidus being pretty good in the mirror.
I shouldn't know. You already have the Vect with Ventress though, right?
That's correct.
You don't
I
need
always
double
forget
Vect.
he has a Vect. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't
That's
need
true.
it, but he has it.
He's got it.
Yeah. What about other things? Ignore Vitrix, the glaring just overlords that we have over our shoulders. What other things do we think are going to be interesting in the meta going forward?
Zinch Birds.
Mm.
Again, T-Sun's goated.
Yeah.
The Demon Prince's reroll hits and wounds versus the birds. It's OP.
I thought that was a meme.
God.
I thought that was a meme.
It's exactly like the Gotrek. It's a meme with legs, mate.
Yeah.
The legs on the meme are long.
Long legs, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think like Scintillating Legion is definitely going to be up there. Like it was already an army with a lot of tricks that could play a game, and now they're just like kind of what they did with Admech, right? They just made the damage a bit better. So it's like they still got all the tricks, but now they just do more damage, which is just what they needed. Yeah, so that's definitely interesting. I don't know how if they're going to be like overpowered. I just think they're just now like a good army.
I think the problem with it in my mind is kind of twofold. In that one, it loses to Vitrix real bad, so that kind of holds it down. And then the second is that if you rush it, and if you rush like the small pieces or the like puppeteer spot pieces, the scoring pieces, all of us like 4 birds can't really play the game once they have to action and hold primary and etc. Yeah.
Did either of you get changes to armies that you're really keen on or that helped you in some way?
Not really. Orcs got nothing, and that was like, oh, they were already like struggling a little bit. But I think I'm going to keep playing with my Mordaka stuff a little bit because they can pump AP. Like they can, you can get Tank Busters to AP4 ignores cover for 2 CP. Like that's like still a pretty good breakpoint. You have damage 3, which isn't great, but like you can just push through like a lot of shots. You give the enhancement, so you have rapid fire 1 on them as well. So you just get within, that 9 inches, that 12 inches, and you can push through a lot of damage. The issue with Mordaka though is it's just high variability, which is just not really where you want to be. You need that consistency, right?
Yeah. The thing with orcs that like I read their like little explanatory note, and I saw the orcs one of like we're happy with like where orcs is no changes. I was like, bro, it's like it's clinging to the edge of the cliff with like a finger.
Yeah.
It's like fine, but barely so.
Warhorde has plenty of fine matchups. It's just if the opponent has access to AOC or just 2-up saves across the board, it's like, oh, this is really sucks because they're just so AP1 and AP2 pilled. So it's just like, if they just needed like an AP boost of some sort, but like there's nothing you could really do that way. Like you can't make the WAR give you +1 AP because then they'll just be absolutely pushed, right? Like so, like it's that balancing. I don't know how you balance it from this point. Like you don't want to make them too cheap because when Warhore's too cheap, it's also like, oh, you just have such an overwhelming amount of stuff that
pressure's crazy.
Like it's just it's a tricky one.
I think like you could maybe do an Admech-esque rework, to be honest, where all the points go up and they get better rules.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
even if it was just the cool
Yep.
units, they like your Breaker Boys, your Knobs and stuff like that, like Tank Busters, they go up to, like quite a considerable bump, but they become like, I guess the thing is like orcs have this like weird thing where they have to be a bit like fucky with the consistency of them. Like that's the issue, right? Like that's the whole like play pattern for them, which is like, it's why
good.
people love them, but like as a competitive player, there's nothing I love more than like, I have to roll sixes here. It's like,
The dream competitive strategy. Roll sixes.
yeah,
So good.
doesn't really work
Yeah.
all the time. What about you,
Yeah,
Tate? Is there anything
horrible.
that you're like hankering to start playing?
I really want to get back into my GSE. I haven't played it for a while. I think Outlander Claw is like maybe in a bit of a bad, not bad, like not an amazing spot. I also think with me playing a lot of GW terrain now, it's not great on GW terrain.
Mhm.
But I do think that I do think it can actually deal with Vitrix because it can just move, block, and auto see them and just not shoot them to sort of
Yeah.
to the end of the game and just kill everything else. Yeah, I also want to put Final Day back on the board. Like I've been wanting to, when the Hyper Adapted Raveners dropped, I tested a few Final Day lists with them, and it was pretty good. I actually have Hyper Adapted Raveners now, so maybe put that on the table. But none of
Okay.
that changed a lot in the
Yeah.
wake of the slate. Like it's all kind of just what it is. So yeah, very few changes. Most exciting thing I got was Court of the Phoenician, and it's not even exciting. So
Yeah, you're just not
it's
excited about it because I'm excited about it. It's like, if I wasn't like hyped on it, I reckon you would be hyped. It's just I got hyped on it first, so you're like, nah, I can't now be excited about the same thing.
Nah, I was active. You should see my message because I was up at like 3 in the morning when it dropped, and I messaged Dan, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then, like 5 minutes later, I sent him another message, which woke him up,
Mm.
which was like false alarm. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it's interesting. I think it does something cool. I think it's good that EC get like another like interesting detachment,
Yes.
right? Like I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and teams, I can totally see it in teams. I think it has a real place in teams. I just think for singles, you're still kind of forced to play Query.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like in teams, being able to like, oh, you don't have invulnerable saves, cool, wee, and just like send like the 18 flawless blades with the prince.
Yeah. Armor without invulnerable saves, like it kind of flips that matchup.
Oh, it's
from
insane.
bad to
Yeah.
good.
Being able to go to like
Yeah.
AP5 flawless or AP4, like the prince
Yeah,
probably
you're
is too
not
much,
Prince.
but AP4 flawless
Oh.
blades is crazy. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, even AP4 Lord Exultant, AP2 Infractors, even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
like
is the one place
it's
I
a
do
lot
actually
of
think
different-
the footprints is interesting. It's like AP3 Infractors is like a hell of a breakpoint. Like that is like
You know what's not a hell of a breakpoint? 200 points for some feet. Terrible. But
yeah.
so mid. Yeah.
And with that, shall we end this then?
That's our tier list episode name. 200 points for some feet.
That's the one. That's our Christmas episode right there. Nah, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to say once again, congratulations on the win, Matt, and thank you very much for coming on and spending your Wednesday evening with us. Good luck on your scrim this round. As I watched your pairings for the NZ teams scrims right before this, so that was very exciting. So yeah, best of luck for that, and yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, cheers.
Yes, mate,
Thank you.
Sweet. Oh well, catch you all next time.